How do you put a price on a life? In early 2017, the body of Lois Montgomery Jones was found in a shallow, unmarked grave in a remote wooded area outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma, after being missing for many months. Authorities were stumped, for there was no obvious sign of a struggle and no immediate cause of death. According to her family, Lois lived her entire life in Seattle, Washington, and had never traveled willingly to Oklahoma, or anywhere else for that matter. Could she have been kidnapped? Was her killer somehow someone that she knew and trusted? We'll break down the whole story and...
What are you doing?
True crime podcasts are the rage right now, Dale. I'm trying to make the Swish Edition more relevant and hip.
Well, is Lois Montgomery Jones a real person?
Not really.
Well, it doesn't work that way.
But I really want to know how she got to Tulsa.
Well, there's something seriously wrong with you. Let's figure that out first.
We should probably do that.
This, my friends, is the Swish Edition. From their secret underground studio, this is the Swish Edition.
I got a mouthful for you guys.
Dale and Scott are in the studio on the mics, and they fired up the antenna.
It has to come whether you like it or not.
And if you're willing to show it, they'll take a picture of it.
I actually think I might throw up.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else in between, here are your new best friends. They're your hosts,
It's very exciting for me because this is the best show ever made.
Dale and Scott.
Super excited.
I don't know why. It's just another freaking day.
No, it's not another friggin' day. It is a very special, special day.
Maybe just to you.
You think I'm the only one that cares about these things?
Yes.
This happens to be exactly our 11th anniversary today, October 7th, back in 2010.
Do you know what 11 is?
11 is... No, is
We
there...
should have looked that up before we did this.
Oh, like paper, tin...
Probably rock or something.
Probably gravy. I mean, who knows? It's an odd number. Anyway, the 11th anniversary of the Swish Edition is today, October 7th, and that's the reason we put out the show 2 days late this week. Is that the only reason? No. We also were on a little vacation earlier this week.
We were, yeah.
So we delayed the show a little bit, but it was fitting because this is the exact day 11 years ago that we taped the very first edition of the Swish Edition. That's right.
To the day.
That's right. So we've been doing this for 11 years.
Our shows used to come out on Thursdays?
We did Thursdays sometimes, and yeah, we kind of moved around the week. Yeah. I like the beginning of the week, so we do Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Mondays don't count. we usually tape it on Monday. It's Monday now. No, we're doing it late this week. So
right.
It's Wednesday now.
It's Wednesday.
It's coming out on Thursday.
There you go.
Anyway.
Just tell all the secrets.
Telling you all the secrets. So we had a really good trip. We went down to the Outer Banks of North Carolina with some of our very good friends, my friend Kristen and Rob, who got this house down at the Outer Banks. They do this every summer. I've been going there since I was a kid. Love it down there. Went to Corolla.
This was
your second time? Yeah. We were down there for Christmas, if you guys remember from listening to the Swish Edition last year.
I love the weather down there.
It's amazing.
This is perfect. I never, ever want to go in season. Never. Because I wouldn't find it fun or enjoyable. I'm not a beach person, but I like being on the beach. And when I say I like being on the beach, I don't want personally my body on the sand. I just like the house with windows standing on the inside looking at the water.
I was about to ask you, we were down there for 3 nights, and did you ever step foot on the sand?
No, because I don't want sand in my shoes.
You never left the beach house. Well, we left the beach house, but you never ventured out onto the beach.
Yeah, and I think people... I don't know about this trip, but I remember the previous trip that it was like everyone talked about it. Well, you got to go to the beach. You got to go take a walk on the beach. So I fucking walked on the beach, but it doesn't do me anything. I'm not that kind of person. I'd much rather look at it from the inside of the house from the window.
Yeah, that's your happy place.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I did go down to the beach a couple times, and I actually put my feet in the water, and I got a couple shells.
And what didn't we do? 2 things.
What didn't we do?
Number one, we took our bikes 5 hours from here,
We took our bikes.
and they were chained to the side, and they never left.
We never rode our bikes.
Number two is we took the Jeep down there,
And we didn't-
not once did we go on the frickin' beach, and it was the season to do it. It started October 1st all the way till March 31st.
All right, so we're idiots. We're idiots. But we had fun.
Yeah, we
Drank a lot. We ate a lot. We hung out with a bunch of friends. There was 11 adults there and 4 kids, and it was a crazy house with 8 bedrooms and
Yeah,
was fun.
but with all those people, you would think that, oh my God, how do you deal with that? But it was such a large house, and there were so many rooms where you could actually get away for a little while and just kind of
it was fun. It was totally
get
fun.
yourself back, and it was a lot of fun.
Had a good time. Saw some great sunsets. Posted
Yeah.
some pictures of the sunset.
I posted for the
Sunrises.
first time
Sorry.
on Facebook in like 10 years.
You did. I was surprised when I saw that come across my feed. I'm like, what? Dale Blades posted something?
I should have put that on Instagram. I like that better.
You should have done that. Also, on our way down to the Outer Banks, we stopped in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and visited.
It's not a real beach.
All right, I think John and Shannon Kopp will fight you on that one. But
I'm glad you wrote their names down because I knew we were going to bring this up. And the only thing I could think about, I panicked a little bit until I scrolled up, is I wanted to say Shannon and Jimmy. I could not think of John.
Oh.
His name was Jimmy.
His name is not Jimmy. It's John.
And I was for certain, hands down, willing to bet everything I had. His name was Jimmy.
You're going to make him feel bad.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. I mean, John.
Anyway, we had a really good time. I haven't seen these kids since 28 years.
Yeah.
Literally 28 years since we left college. We all went to Radford University together in Southwest Virginia, and I haven't seen them, but I've been friends with them ever since on social media, and they just happen to be big fans of both this show, the Swish Edition, and your new show, the Binge Mom Podcast.
Right.
They listen to them every week, and so we're thrilled to have them listening to our shows, but
Yeah.
so they knew more about us than we knew about them. So it was kind of fun to sit down and have them ask us more questions about.
No, it was a great break in the trip.
It was fun. It was super fun. And what I find really interesting is that John said that he's been listening since like the beginning of time. And he said that our show used to be fun and raunchy, and it's not as fun and raunchy anymore.
He knows a whole different show if you don't know what we're talking about.
So today we're going to be talking about eating pussy. No?
Roast beef curtains.
Roast beef curtains.
If I recall, that was the name given to the vagina back in the day.
Yeah. Do you want to tell hey, are you a Mediterranean?
I mean, it's really funny.
It's a funny
It's really
story.
funny, but I think it's one of those things where you had to be there to actually get the full enjoyment of it.
Will it translate?
But I remember, and I probably felt annoying to the people around because I would ask, "Oh, did you hear about what happened to people?" And then I started to repeat myself to the same people who were actually there.
Okay, well, tell the story.
Your best friend, who's the one why we went down there, whose husband is Filipino, and his sister was in attendance for this vacation.
Yes.
She subscribes to a special diet, right? That's the way to put it. We had just gotten there, and I could not remember the name of the diet that she was on. So I leaned over to her, and I looked at her, and I said, "Mina, are you Mediterranean?" And she says, "No, I'm Filipino."
I love that. I love that.
It was so funny. But you had to be there.
Yeah, you had to be there. She was
was
paleo. She was paleo.
She's paleo. Yeah. Let's get that out of the way.
Which
but she
is
was
like-
like, look at me.
Right?
What about this looks Mediterranean to you?
I love that. That was really funny. You. It's true that you had to be there. It doesn't quite translate. You're right.
It's really funny.
All right. Should that be the title of the show?
I think so.
Maybe. It's either that or Cop Out. K-O-P-P.
KOPP.
Cop Out. So,
And how fun was it to know that your friends know the Talasses from racing around a racetrack?
that's right. The cops used to race cars and go up to VIR, Virginia International Raceway, and NASA.
Right.
And they know the Talastases from up there, who
Yeah.
I've been friends with since the beginning of time.
And shout out to the defunct Bull Feathers Come on now.
Right.
You don't know what that is. But that meant a lot to us down here in old Seaford, Delaware. That was back when you used to buy a car. Literally, you buy a car, and the one thing that you did is you took everything out of it. And everything was new radio,
Custom.
tires. Everything was all custom and not
Custom.
factory.
That's
That was the place to go. And you were not cool unless you had a nice, cool radio.
Yeah. Like a what do they call it? 8-track.
That's going backwards.
It's going way back. Hey, another thing that happened since the last time we talked to you is that Dale and I bought a treadmill. Oh my gosh. What do you think about it? You used it today.
I used it today. Well, today was the first day we could use it.
Right. We put it together yesterday.
Yeah.
And you used it today. You did a whole routine.
Yeah.
Like 45 minutes you were on it.
I was on it for 45 minutes. I mean, it was just... So I was on it for 45 minutes, and for the last 40 minutes, I realized how out of shape I was.
Well, yes.
I was like, God damn.
Were you smoking and drinking while you were doing it?
I should have. But
there is an ashtray built into this treadmill.
You know what I did, and you were at the grocery store, is that I got done. I did my cool down, which was, for a couple of minutes, and I immediately went outside and had a cigarette.
That is not what you're supposed to do.
And I had to turn the fan on because I was so hot because I forgot to take the fan and put it in the room. The room was like a fucking sauna.
Anyway, we're slowly working on getting our fitness up and eating better, but the smoking and drinking probably doesn't help. We're gonna curb that and do more treadmill and more riding of our bikes and more eating healthier stuff like yogurt in the morning.
Mediterranean.
Yes, or Filipino. Got some breaking news for you all. I don't know if you've heard this, but Virgin Atlantic did an OMAZ.
Omaze?
Omaze? Is that what it is?
I think so.
OMAZE. They auction off stuff. You can give money towards charities to try to win something. Well, I signed up to win the Virgin Galactic trip to space. And I will say it right now. This is the formal announcement. I am not the winner.
You wouldn't have gone anyway, so you would have been a wasted winner.
The Virgin Galactic winner has been selected, but it has not been announced yet because there's a bunch of shit they have to go through. I mean, they have to make sure this person is fit to go to space. They have to make sure this person actually wants to go to space before they announce who it is.
Right.
But they did announce that it is a her, so it is a female.
Oh, nice.
When I saw that part, I knew it wasn't me.
Why can't they announce a free trip on the Virgin cruise ship? What's its name? I can't remember. Does it have a name? Or is it just Virgin?
It does have a name. I don't know it offhand, but I know that my friend Trapper and Shane are on it as we tape this.
Do they only
of right now?
Do they only have the one
They
right now?
I don't know, but
I think so because I've only ever seen advertisements for the one.
But the first
Virgin Voyager.
There you go. Maybe. It's going right now. Like literally.
If that's not the name it should be.
Like literally yesterday was the day that they started.
That is something I know that everything is weird right now. And you said that you didn't want to go on a cruise.
Right.
However, I think we should reconsider because I think this is the time.
This might be the time.
Because we have had 2 sets of friends go on cruises and they're maxed out at like 40%.
Yeah,
That's
so our friends Michael and Jim are currently on the Equinox on Celebrity, and Dale's trying to get one of our dogs to stop licking his asshole, which is nice.
It wouldn't be so bad, but it's so noisy.
It is noisy. I don't know if you guys can hear
Slurping
that.
spaghetti noodles.
Right.
That is
We're getting so off track here.
that is so gross.
Anyway, they're on a trip right now, and it's 40% full. Everyone's vaccinated. They had to take a test. They were negative, and apparently it's lovely when there's only 40% of people.
But get back
on
to the
ship.
Virgin spacecraft.
Well, that's it. I mean, I'm not going, so that's fine with me. In related news, someone else is going to space. This was just announced a couple days ago. 90-year-old Star Trek actor William Shatner. You guys know him as Captain Kirk. He will always be Captain Kirk.
No, Rescue 911, baby.
He is scheduled to fly to space on Blue Origin's New Shepard spacecraft in just about a week. October 12th, he is launching from their site in West Texas. He's going to be the oldest person in space, beating Wally Funk, who was 87 when he went up on Blue Origin just a couple months ago. This is
I think
pretty
it's fitting.
Amazing.
It's fitting, right?
Yeah.
Star Trek, space.
Captain Kirk going
It's
into space where
perfect.
he belongs, where
Perfect.
he spent his entire career, and now he's going up there.
Although it's pretty scary. Like, not for him scary, because I think he's like, what do I got to lose? I'm freaking 90 years old.
Right.
But it's not him. It's everyone else who has to go with him. That would be the scary part.
A vice president of Blue Origin's going up, along with 2 people who paid to go. So there will be 4 of them going on this next trip. I think all eyes will be watching on October 12th to see what happens when Captain Kirk goes up into space.
Wow.
Yeah. The best part of waking up is what?
Vodka in your cup.
True, I think. But the way the jingle goes, it's the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. That theme song just recently sold for $90,000.
Wow. I used to drink that when I was really poor.
Did you? Instant coffee?
I did. I used to buy, you remember those little sleeves, those little tiny sleeves that made just enough for an 8 ounce? You put the water in the microwave and then you dump the crystals in there.
I've never made coffee in the microwave, Dale. That's ridiculous.
That was my jam for a long time.
Anyway, since 1984, Folgers brand has used that jingle, the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. The song's rights were auctioned off this last Friday to a man named Josh C. We don't know his full name. He was the top bidder. He now owns the future royalties for TV, radio, internet, everywhere. If you use that song, he gets paid.
Wait, so is Folger still using it or no?
They are. Last year, according to the auction listing, the song earned over almost $12,000 in royalties. In the previous decade, it's brought home about $38,000. My question is, and I just really don't know, maybe this was just a PR stunt, but why wouldn't Procter & Gamble, who owns the Folgers brand, why wouldn't they buy the rights to this music?
That's why none of this makes sense to me.
Makes no sense. So Procter & Gamble has owned the Folgers brand for 45 years.
It's still a big it's still a big brand. It's still going strong.
Did you know that Procter & Gamble paid $3 billion for
Folgers coffee?
For Folgers coffee.
Holy moly.
45 years ago.
Jesus.
Do you know how much $3 billion was 45 years ago?
I'd sell that shit right now. How much is
Holy F. I don't think Folgers is worth $3 billion today, Dale.
It might not, because if you're going back that old, there was no Starbucks. Starbucks is not that old. And there's none of these gourmet coffees that you can easily get for $10 a pound.
And we didn't have Keurig machines.
Right, you don't have Keurig machines.
Hey, a callback. You and I took a box of 45 Keurig capsules with us down to the beach to find out that the pods to find out that the beach house doesn't have a fucking Keurig machine. Who doesn't have a Keurig machine?
Right.
In 2021.
Right.
Now, there were 2 coffee makers, thank goodness, for a house that has, 8 bedrooms.
I felt like I was brewing molasses. The fucking things were so damn slow. And maybe that's the way they've always worked. I don't know. But if it takes 25 minutes to brew 12 cups of coffee,
yeah, because
I don't remember that.
You were the first one up yesterday, and you had to make a pot of coffee, and it takes for fucking ever, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's why
it took almost 20 minutes to fill the full 12 cup.
Keurig takes 20 seconds.
If that.
That's why we have one. Love it. Anyway, I don't know why Procter & Gamble didn't buy the song, but maybe they did this so that we would talk about it. So, there you go. Josh C. now owns the Folgers song.
Well, that's actually, if you think about it, $90,000 is not a bad deal considering what royalties could be rolling in if they are continuing to use the song.
Agreed.
Or
over time, he could make his money back.
Or does Procter & Gamble know something? It's like, for the last 5 years, we've been working on a new fucking jingle, and it's coming out in 2022, baby.
Yeah, we're not
Fuck
using...
you, John George. What's his name?
John C.
John C.
We're not using the song no
We're not
more.
using the song anymore. Right? That's what a business would do, right? Because there's no way that Procter & Gamble would give this up. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Speaking of, you might be right. Should we follow this story?
I think we have to.
Let's put this in the let's follow this story category.
Feather in a hat.
All right.
Cap. Is that feather in a hat? Feather in a cap.
I'm going to put feather in my cap.
Yeah.
Following on brilliant marketing moves, rapper Eminem, he has opened a restaurant in Detroit called Mom Spaghetti. This is all because of the lyrics in his chart-topping song Lose Yourself. It opened on September 29th, and he was there. He served the first 10 customers who came to the restaurant.
Right. They just serve spaghetti? Is it an Italian place?
There's a picture right here. You can look at it. They serve Mom Spaghetti for $9. You can get a spaghetti sandwich for $11.
Fuck is rabbit balls?
If you want meatballs, it's $12. Pop or water, $3. And you can get rabbit balls. They're vegan rabbit balls for $14.
Wait, they fucking sell a spaghetti sandwich? Because that's disgusting. I've seen people like on TikTok and Instagram make that shit.
I would totally
fucking gross.
I would totally eat it. I would totally eat it.
It's basically spaghetti with marinara between two slices of white bread.
The restaurant appears to be a pop-up courtesy of an existing restaurant called Union Assembly in Detroit, and it was created to promote Eminem's new music for the Venom 2 Let There Be Carnage album. He's got a couple songs on that new album for the movie. There's also a pop-up shop called The Trailer with Eminem gear and memorabilia, but only 8 people are allowed into the store at a time.
8 Mile. All this is from 8 Mile.
8 Mile. There you go.
But that whole song lyrics was about him being so nervous on stage to do his first rap battle that he threw up.
He threw up on his sweater.
Himself,
all right.
And it was his mom's spaghetti.
It was reported that Eminem did not wear a sweater while he was serving spaghetti to people at the drive-thru. Mom's Spaghetti is open now in Detroit if you guys want to go. There's no information on how long it's going to be open. I think this is a publicity stunt kind of
Yes, because no one
short-term thing.
No one wants to go to Detroit.
Yeah. I've never been to Detroit. Maybe I've been to the airport.
And no one in Detroit is going to pay $9 for spaghetti and meatballs. It's just stupid.
Some customers have accused the retailer, Walmart, of ruining the holidays for low-income families.
Uh-oh.
Walmart has officially and refutably, distributably, absolutely, they have done this. They have discontinued Layaway. Now,
Just for the Christmas season or forever?
Forever. Now, this is something that hits home. Because one of the co-hosts of the Swish Edition used to work in Layaway at Walmart. That's you, right?
Fuck you.
Didn't you work in Layaway?
In high school, yes, I did.
Not anymore. Walmart has officially gotten rid of the traditional Layaway service right ahead of the 2021 holiday season, replacing it with a new buy now, pay later option through, imagine this, a kind of credit card type situation where you pay over time.
Yeah. I will say that during my time there in that particular position, that the majority of my time, well over 50%, was putting away layaways that expired.
Because people never came to
They
get
never
the
came
shit.
back.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, apparently the reason Walmart has gotten rid of this is because it's not as popular as it used to be.
Right.
But there's still critics out there that think this is going to hurt low-income people. I don't know. If you don't have the money, should you buy something? Probably not. So, anyway, you can still buy stuff and pay for it over 3 to 24 months. Of course, there will be APRs, 10 to 30%. Can you imagine paying a 30% APR on something? That's not right.
No.
Don't do that, people. Just get a fucking credit card and just put it on your credit card.
We don't know a lot of things, but there's one thing that I do know. Never, ever, 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 ever own a store credit card. Never.
No.
Never.
Well, except for Target.
Except for Target.
Well,
but you got to pay it off.
Well, we have a Target credit card, and the reason we do is because you get 5% off on everything you buy.
Right, but you pay it off.
Pay it off every month. We also have a Lowe's credit card.
What's the APR on that?
Oh my God, it's 30%.
Right.
Target and Lowe's.
It's best just not to own one, period.
But if the store like Lowe's or Target's going to give you 5% off everything you buy, take advantage of it and pay it off at the end of the month. Of course they're going to
give you 5% because they're going to charge 30 on the rest of it.
Well, because we're not normal. Most people don't pay off the credit cards at the end of the month like we do.
So you got to tell everybody out there, never, ever, 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 ever own a store credit card.
Right. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. How about that? That's what the Swish Edition says.
Actually, I believe it was NerdWallet that says some of the best deals are credit cards with your bank.
NerdWallet. I like that.
Yeah.
I like nerds with big dicks. Just to be a little raunchy for the people who think we're not raunchy enough.
All right.
That made me think of that.
Well, this is not 2010. So.
Nerds with big dicks would be a good website for us to start. We could probably make big money on that.
Moving on.
Pay-per-view.
Moving on.
Brilliant or stupid? A museum gives an artist $82,000 and he gives them back 2 blank canvases titled, "Take the Money and Run." I fucking love this. A Danish artist was given $84,000 by a museum to use in his new work of art. When he delivered the piece he was supposed to make, it was not as promised, apparently. Instead, the artist gave the museum 2 blank canvases and said they were titled "Take the Money and Run." He literally took the money and said, "Here."
And I would sue the shit out of him.
I love it. I think it's really funny.
It's funny, but not if you were on the receiving end of it.
They wanted him to recreate his previous works. From back in 2010, he created something called the Average Danish Annual Income. And he actually put actual Danish money into the work of art. And he was basically showing how the average income of a person living in Denmark would spend their money in a given year. They wanted him to recreate that. So they gave him the $84,000 in actual cash, actual bills. And he was supposed to use that money in this new art. But he did not do it. He thought it was funny to say, "Take the money and run." I think this is great. They say he's not broken any rules yet because the contract goes through January 16th of 2022. So if he returns the money on that date, there won't be a problem.
Oh, all right, so we got some time.
In the meantime, they've hung the 2 blank canvases on the wall and called it "Take the Money and Run," and I think it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, God.
I love that idea.
It is funny.
It's very funny.
That's because we're not out anything.
Right. It's not our money.
If you hired a fucking artist to create something from their previous past and you made it $4,000 and they were delivered just blank fucking canvases, you'd be pissed, wouldn't you?
I would be pissed. And I would also be pissed if I was a donor of this museum. If I was a donor of the Kunsten Museum of Modern Art in Aalborg, Denmark, and I'd give them like $100,000 that year, and they just handed 84,000 of it to this guy, and he just ran off with it.
Why were you mad with the museum?
I'd be mad at them for just handing him this money.
Well, people should be on the up and up. You don't be mad at the museum. You be mad at the damn artist. Personal responsibility. God damn.
The more you know. Martha Stewart is rumored to be opening a restaurant at Paris, Las Vegas.
This is big news, right?
According to permits. This is where it comes. So the story I read.
What does that even mean?
This is the story I read. So no one knows. Martha Stewart won't talk about it. Paris, Las Vegas, which is owned by Caesars, won't talk about it. But apparently permits have been filed in Las Vegas to build this restaurant at the Paris, Las Vegas. And they're calling it on the permits Martha Stewart Restaurant. So you kind of think that Martha Stewart may be opening her first ever restaurant at the Paris, Las Vegas.
You know what else is going on in Las Vegas right now? That could be Martha Stewart inspired. Not inspired, but she's got... She could be dabbling in it.
Yeah.
Is that the first pot lounges are opening in Las Vegas.
Because you know friend pot, Snoop Dogg,
right? Because you know pot is legal in Las Vegas. Recreational pot is legal, but you cannot smoke it in public. No. So they are creating these lounges, which I think is a fantastic idea. These lounges where you can go. I assume you can buy and chill out and have a good fucking time.
Is there going to be a Martha Stewart /
I don't
Snoop
know.
Dogg lounge?
They should get up on it.
I would do that. I'd put money on that.
Yeah.
Every celebrity chef in America has their own restaurant, so why not Martha Stewart?
Right.
I just hope she shows up and actually cooks. That would be fun.
We were talking about this the other day. I find it weird that there isn't one already.
After decades and decades?
I mean, there's so many options that she could go with. She could do anything she wanted, and she would make billions.
There's no Rachel Ray restaurants either, but we've got Giada. I know you hate Giada.
Fucking Giada. My only problem.
Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay's really done well with the celebrity restaurants.
I think Giada's a dick.
She's
And
a dick.
number two,
She doesn't have a dick.
Is when you watch her show, she will talk regular English during the whole thing until she says the fucking word spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
And so now I know she's fake because she would go, okay, now we're going to get this box of spaghetti and then we're going to cook it. Everything is normal until she says spaghetti. She's full of shit.
But isn't that also like the Latina broadcasters or newsreaders?
Oh, when they say okay.
And they're like they talk completely in Midwestern English accent when they're delivering the news until they get to a Latino name. And then they're like, and down the street was Martina Volquitos. And they go all into their language when they do a name like...
No, but the thing is that's how you pronounce their names.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll give you an
But
example.
you could say Martin Felipe and not do it in an accent.
Right.
But they do it, they go, so today on Broad Street, Martin Felipe.
I'll give you an example if you just hush a minute. Because
I don't know if I did a good job.
But you didn't, and you're wrong, and you're wrong about all of this. So when I was in high school, I had Spanish class for 3 years, and when you first got there in freshman year, you were to pick a Spanish name that would carry with you. The name I picked in white English was Martin Thomas.
Okay.
But that is not how you pronounce it, and that's not how the Spanish pronounced it.
Yeah,
so I had to go through the whole 3 years of Martin Thomas.
Martin Thomas, right. So I took French. I was Jean-Claude.
Jean-Claude.
We didn't have last names.
Why didn't you just say Jean-Claude?
Jean-Claude. Jean-Claude.
Yeah.
I probably talked about this on the show, but I did French for 4 years. Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year. I got A, a B, a C, and a D.
Yeah.
I mean, I got worse as it went along.
I did Spanish for 3, and I passed, but I
Can
can't
you speak anything?
Not a lick of it. I mean, I
lick.
know 1 through, I can get to maybe 30 in my numbers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's about all I can do. And can I do it in French? No. 1, 2. No. What's French?
Wee!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's, I don't know what language
Fucking
that is.
Spanish. Moving on.
Yeah, I don't understand why you need to learn any other language, but English is the universal language, isn't it?
You know, if you actually look and do research, that people will say, yes, English is not the most predominantly spoken in the entire world.
Chinese.
Whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
However, English is recognized
Everywhere.
everywhere.
I've traveled all over the world. Granted, I haven't been to Asia, but I've been to many, many countries. And
Right.
almost everywhere I've been, everyone I interacted with spoke English.
I went to fucking Ghana.
English.
I could, and I worried about that when I was going there. I could get through my whole entire day. Everyone fucking knew it.
This is why it's really shitty when people make fun of people in this country who are immigrants or new Americans who just got here, and they have really, bad English or have a very, very thick accent. And the thing is that you have to remember, you fucking asshole, is that these people know 2 languages and you only know 1.
Right.
So if you're making fun of them, if you're making fun of a Spanish speaker who is
Right.
learning English and maybe has broken English or has a thick accent, but they're speaking English,
Right.
you're a dumbass because you don't know how to speak their language, but
Exactly.
they know 2 languages.
And guarantee you that they learned it late at life,
Right.
which becomes incredibly more difficult the later that you do go on.
This is the one thing that I think our schools really do a disservice to our kids is why aren't they learning? So you and I probably started foreign languages as a freshman in high school.
Yes.
Why aren't they?
It should be an elementary.
Second grade.
Should be an elementary.
First, second grade. Start these kids learning these languages much, much earlier.
And even if you never use it,
I would
you
love
have
it.
something.
Hey, I would love to be
something.
fluent in Spanish.
Right.
Spanish would be the most
love it.
important thing for North America.
Yes. I think you should
French.
attempt to learn a language that has influenced where you currently live the most. Spanish would be.
Yeah. We were talking
Americans.
we were talking with my sister and brother-in-law about their kids. One of them is
no
taking
one's fucking learning French Canadian.
well, one of my nephew's taking French and my niece is taking Spanish, and I'm like, she's got it right, he's got it wrong. Nobody needs to know fucking French. No, you don't need to learn French.
No.
How many people are speaking French?
Only the French.
Learn Spanish, dumbass. Spanish is what you need. Or Chinese. If you learn Chinese, then there you go.
Now, if you can learn like a Mandarin,
There you go.
that's
the future.
That could be cool.
They're taking over. Speaking of taking over, House of Dragon. The first look teaser is finally out. No date is set for the new HBO Max show, but it's likely to come out in 2022. We're very excited about this. This is the prequel to Game of Thrones.
Guarantee you this would not be until fall 2022.
Dude, so excited about this.
We got another year for this to go. This is
so excited about this.
It's going to be cool, but I bet we have another year to go.
It's going to take place hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years, yes.
Prior to the history of Game of Thrones.
But you're gonna recognize the families.
Yes.
Because the names will continue.
And it's all about dragons. I mean, House of Dragon. I mean, so we're going to find out why the dragons were so important in Game of Thrones to Daenerys and how they came about, I think.
From my understanding, it's not really so much about the dragons. Well, yes, we'll get to that too, but it's about her family. It's about that family prior.
I'm excited.
So it's like a focus on that.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I kind of would like to have not a prequel, but a follow-up. Like, I want to know what happens next.
Well, we need a redemption from HBO.
Yeah, because that last season was horrible.
Damn it! It wasn't a lot of it. Everything was great until the last 30 minutes.
All right.
The kid in the wheelchair, whatever his name is, should not have been the thing.
Yeah.
It should have been Jon Snow. God damn it!
No spoilers here.
Well, I hope not. I mean, that's been years ago.
I want to skip the next story and go to Life Isn't Fair. Is it fair? So this just came up today in my news feed or yesterday. Lisa Rinna, who is an actress, she's been in a million things. She was on Melrose Place and Veronica Mars, and now she's kind of a huge Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star, also making a huge bank of bucks over at QVC with her clothes. Mm-hmm. She's been sued by a paparazzi photo company for $1.2 million for damages because she posted 8 pictures of herself and her daughters on Instagram, violating the photo agency's copyright. Listen, I have a huge problem with this. I won't go into all the details of this story. There's a lot here. But according to U.S. copyright law, the owner of the copyright has the exclusive right to reproduce, distribute, and, in case of certain works, publicly perform or display the work. I get it. If you take a picture of the Sistine Chapel or you take a picture of something in a public domain, I think that's fine. But when you're taking a picture of a celebrity coming out of Starbucks in their sweatpants at 6 o'clock in the morning and they look like shit, how do you have any right to profit off that picture?
I 100% agree with the photo agency.
Oh my gosh, are we on separate sides here?
Yep.
Okay.
Only because you 100% right now, I don't know what you would trade, but you would love to be famous right now. Where you could walk outside and you would like, oh my God, Scott, please take a picture with me. Please sign this. Can you just hug me for a minute? You would love that shit.
I would put the picture.
It's horrible.
If I ended up in a paparazzi picture and like they put it in Star Magazine or People Magazine, yes, I would be probably happy about that because it would help my brand, right? But the idea that someone like Lisa Rinna can't then share that picture on her Instagram or Facebook account is kind of ridiculous. And the fact that they're going to hit her with $1.2 million lawsuit because she shared the picture that was already out there, I think that's ridiculous. Are you defending that?
Yeah, she's going to lose.
Are you defending that?
Because she fucking knows the rules. She fucking knows. These rules weren't just made yesterday. She knows the rules.
She says, this is a quote, "I've been nice. I've never fought with them. I've never run from them. My kids grew up with them, jumping out of bushes in Malibu," Lisa Rinna said. She said, "We've had a very good relationship with the press and the paparazzi, and that's why this is so shocking to me that they would sue me over this."
Oh.
All right, so you don't feel sorry for Lisa Rinna.
Do not.
But no. I feel sorry for people who,
because you like her so much.
If you're on the red carpet or you're at an official event or you're doing your job, I can understand that pictures that are taken of you might be sold for profit and they belong to that person that took the pictures. But if you're in your everyday life and you're walking down the street or you're walking your dog, you're coming out of Starbucks, you're grocery shopping, those pictures are slimy and horrible. And those people that are taking the pictures are slimy and horrible.
That may be, and I agree with you 100%.
All right, what if you and I were at our local Food Lion here in fucking Delaware and people took pictures of us and made money off the pictures that they took of us in the Food Lion? That just doesn't seem right. It
works.
No, it does not seem right.
It's the way it works. That's what you get for being a celebrity.
I completely disagree with you on this.
It's what you get for being a
celebrity. I think you deserve to be on when you're on, and I think you deserve to be off when you're off. If you're on vacation or going about your business, no one should be able to take pictures of you. I think that should be off limits.
Maybe.
Yeah. And I'm all for freedom. And
she is in the wrong right now. She's in the wrong right now.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. We're going to follow the story. I want to see what happens. I want to see if she...
Only because you fucking love this woman so much. I don't know why.
She's not the first celebrity to get sued for something like this. Gigi Hadid, Jennifer Lopez, Ariana Grande, they've all been sued for posting pictures of themselves. Listen to me, Dale. This is how ridiculous this is. They're posting pictures of themselves.
They didn't take it. They don't own it.
If you posted a picture of yourself on your own fucking social media, you should not get sued for that. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
What was making me laugh is I can't remember the name of the Hadid and the other two. The one where her face features finally sunk in. What was that?
Oh, you're talking about the other two, the sitcom that we watched.
It's so funny.
I don't know. Apparently, there's a third Hadid
a
girl.
Third,
yeah,
and like her features set in. So now,
we can finally
she was like
unveil her.
Right.
Yes. Anyway, I think it's ridiculous. I can't believe that we're on opposite sides on this issue.
Yeah. She's going to get sued, and I hope she does.
Meanwhile, Halloween...
Because she knew better. Only because... My only thing is because she fucking knew better. She knows it. She knows it. Come on. She's a smart woman. She owns how many businesses?
A lot. I mean, she makes a lot of money.
She fucking knows.
I just think if it's a picture of you, you should be able to share it.
No. Take your own picture of yourself and post it. Don't take someone else's.
Well,
you know that. You can go take the car, go out to town, and take pictures of hundreds of people.
Yeah.
You own them.
No, I don't think
and
so.
Post them.
I don't think it works that way. And I honestly think that if you and I went right up now to the Food Lion and we started taking pictures of people and we posted it online, I think we'd get in big time trouble.
No, public pictures of people are legal.
I think we'd get in trouble.
How?
However, let me tell you how Kim Kardashian
as long as it's not up the skirt.
Roast beef curtains. Kim Kardashian has really dealt with this by hiring her own photographer to follow her around.
There you go. That's a solution to a problem.
Get your own pictures. So if she's coming out of Starbucks in her sweatpants or on the red carpet at the Met Gala, she doesn't need to pay for the pictures because she's got her own photographer taking pictures of her.
Why would the fuck you pay for the pictures anyway?
Well, this makes me think
Stupid.
that maybe you
Just
and
get your coffee and go the fuck home. Why do you care about what you're a celebrity?
Maybe
you went
you-
into this business and that's what you wanted. You knew what you get.
Maybe you and I need to hire a photographer to follow us around.
Hell to the no.
I'm not willing to pay for these pictures that these people are taking of us. I need to have our own pictures so that we can repost them on social media for everyone to see.
I tell you, I know that there are some people out there that know us, but if our celebrity ever got that big, we're done with this podcast. I'm not doing it anymore.
There's only 24 days until Halloween. Dale and I are planning a party. You are invited.
You know what else there is?
Wait, I just told them that they're invited, but that's not true, right? If you don't get an invitation in the mail, you're not invited.
There are 60 days into our Key West trip
Oh, we're going to Key West.
and 79 days till Christmas.
There you go. Did you write that down? How do you know that?
All up here, baby.
You don't have any.
All
You
up
don't have
here.
anything up there. We need to figure out our Halloween costumes. Last year, Dale and I did Scooby-Doo gang. I was Fred and you were Shaggy, and Jacqueline was Daphne. And then the year before that, we did Day of the Dead.
Right.
So we've done cartoony.
I'm leaning towards that again because it's easy and I still have the costume.
No, we're not. We don't repeat, Dale.
And it's supposed to be warm this year so I can wear that.
We don't repeat. So I've got some ideas for us. I think we could be voodoo people.
If it's going to be cold, I'm going as a onesie.
You and I could do. What about you and I doing Cinderella and Prince Charming?
No.
We could do.
No.
We could do the Addams Family. Cruella and a Dalmatian. That might be fun. I'll be
Who the hell's
Cruella.
going to be the dog?
I'll be Cruella.
Of course
you
you're
be
gonna
the
be the fucking
Dalmatian.
Cruella.
We could do Star Wars. One of us could be Princess Leia, and one of us could be Han Solo. That'd be fun because we have Star Wars stuff here in our basement.
Yeah.
We could be a nun and a priest. That might be fun.
I think the most fitting out of all of these is to be two priests.
I think the most fitting
'Cause we're
of this
gay.
is Winnie and the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. You could be the Piglet. Or we could be a pilot and a flight attendant because they're getting so much shit this year. Don't you think?
Oh. And then all the people that we have come to the party could be just trapped
Passengers.
passengers and they all punch us in the face.
Exactly. I think that we should do that. Pilot and flight attendant. What do you think?
I'm down. I just got to pee.
Yeah, this is the longest episode of the Swish Edition ever. 47 minutes.
God.
48 minutes.
Damn.
I don't think there's anything I need to cut out. I didn't say anything bad.
Just that Lisa Rinna, it's just all high and mighty and that she deserves to win this lawsuit. Bullshit.
I love her. She deserves-
Bullshit.
All right, don't forget to listen to the Binge
You're
Bum.
going down, Lisa Rinna. You're going down.
Don't forget to listen to the Binge Bum podcast this Friday. We're going to be talking about all your new streaming news. We got some Halloween stuff to talk about, and we got a Halloween special coming up soon, right? Can I announce that now? We got to talk about scary stuff. It's
I
October.
haven't even dealt with it yet. It's too early to say.
All right.
Don't put me on the hook.
All right. This is the 11th anniversary episode of the Swish Edition. Out. I'm Scott. I'm out. How about you?
Lisa Rinna, you're going down. This is Dale.
I think that should be off limits.
Maybe.